Welcome everyone for joining us. As Leah said, my name is Wayne McDonald. I am semi-retired, helping out on the recruitment phase in 2024. I was formerly Senior Vice President of Human Resources with JD Irving and spent 19 years with the organization. So many of you may not be aware of Irving, but we are a large family-owned group of companies, and we have been operating for over 142 years, and we are in our fifth generation of family ownership and leadership based in St. John, New Brunswick and Moncton, New Brunswick. Our two co-CEOs are brothers Robert Irving and Jim Irving, and they collectively oversee a group of companies. And the companies that we operate in Prince Edward Island, you'll see and learn a little bit more about them in this presentation. But very similar to the Marriott organization, another family-owned and operated company, we are very values-driven, and we have 8 core values that are the foundation of every decision we make. And these aren't just posters on a wall. They're things that people rely on for their guidance every day, and there's evidence in every part of our businesses everywhere of the values living a life of their own throughout the organization. So a quick look at who we are. We are over, probably 30 or 40 different companies as JD Irving companies, but we cluster all the individual companies in areas or industrial clusters. So we have a shipbuilding, industrial and construction division. We have a food products division. We have a retail and distribution division. We have staffing solutions. We have a transportation group of companies. We have a consumer products division and group of companies, and we have a forest products. So these are all individual businesses operating in various geographies, and you'll learn more about those specific companies as we go along. A big thing that we have done lately is made the public more aware of our environmental commitment. And because in particular of our relationship with the forest in our sawmill businesses, in our tissue businesses, and our paper consumer packaged goods businesses, we have a great history of forest stewardship. But recently, our company has made it very public and have been recognized in the industry and the trade about our commitment to the carbon footprint and our relationship with the forest. And one of the neat features here is we actually are carbon neutral. We actually remove more carbon through our trees and forest reforestation efforts than we do producing in our manufacturing network. Diversity and equity and inclusion has been part of the family values and the way of business for many years, but we recently, like many organizations, formalized it as part of our management commitment in the business. We actually have a director of diversity, equity, and inclusion on the JDI front that oversees many of the efforts and initiatives being taken. So it basically is a formalization of what we've been doing for many, many years. But, we have a roadmap to inclusion with building the foundation, building competencies, building connection, and building community that become very much of our leadership and management development track. And giving back to our communities, because we're family owned, the Irving family have been giving back and supporting communities for all of its 142 years of existence. And there's evidence everywhere we have operations. But the kind of neat thing here is that we also include volunteerism, and we do a lot of workplace activities that our employees everywhere have the opportunity to join in. And some of the pictures here displayed are actual employees getting involved in their communities in a variety of events. But we have been recognized for some major contributions. Recently, a $2.5 million contribution to launch an Atlantic Canadian Excellence in Cancer Research Fund. And we're big promoters of United Way in many communities where we operate. We've contributed over 1.9 million to the one locally here in Moncton, New Brunswick, for the lifetime giving. So, and we're leading the corporate campaign here for 3 years in a row. So all kinds of great activities giving back to our communities. So a quick look at the Moncton-based companies who are operating their head offices in Moncton, and some of which have operations in Prince Edward Island. Midland Transport started in 1970, Cavendish Farms in 1980, Cavendish Agri in 1989, ProTrans, our personnel agency in 1994, and our diaper company in 2004, which is located here in Moncton, New Brunswick. So diversity of industries, all head offices are located in Moncton, New Brunswick. And a kind of a neat thing, we're a group of companies that supply products to other companies. We're either manufacturing products or providing personnel services or transportation services. And many of you will recognize some of these brands in the slides, but they're our business partners. We sell to other companies. So you'll see the variety of organizations here listed. It's kind of cool that we have those relationships. A big part of what we do with the new talent, as we recruit from universities and as people join our organization, we have a managed program in our businesses called Emerging Talent Career Development. And we look at the new graduates as a cohort, and then we also look at recent graduates as another cohort. And we have a very sophisticated program of bringing people into the business and developing them for leadership positions. So under the Emerging Talent Program, we want to become the Atlantic Canadian company of choice for the next generation to grow and develop their careers. And we focus a lot of energy, and that's part of what we're doing here today is bringing more open awareness to the type of people we're looking for and what opportunities might be in all of our individual companies. So part of it is the identification of those people, and there's some criteria developed. I'm not going to review it today, but we're looking for top talent. We're looking for people that want to become leaders in a business capacity, and we're going to put programs in place with them. And here's an outline of the recent graduate program and an outline of the future leadership. But it is a managed curriculum that we take 2 years post-university, and we work with our recent graduate cohort to develop their talent pool.